Good morning, Card Community. It is RJ. It is Sunday, so it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. All right then, everybody. I hope you had an awesome week. I had a pretty good week. Unique week for me in YouTube video circumstances. I'll explain that a little later, but let's get right in with it with baseball trivia and prizes to give away. So on Monday's question, we're still doing this day in baseball history for the month of May. So on this day in baseball history, May the 26th, 1959, this pitcher had his day in the sun, pitching a game that is still talked about today. He went 12 innings of perfect ball, never a man reaching base for 12 straight innings before losing the game in the 13th inning. Who was that pitcher? And everybody correctly knew it was Harvey Haddix. That was your answer. This is his 1989 Pacific Legends card. What you're playing for, cool USA Baseball version of Paul Skeens from 2023. So it is a pre-rookie card. Really cool card, I think. Paul Skeens, USA Baseball. That's what you're playing for. The individuals up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. There were a number of new people chiming in. I'll explain that in a second, but shout out to all the new people who joined in. Diamond Gems 45, Warren D in CLE. I like that name. Guy named Jim Thomas, Roger Pipenbrock, and Craig Fielder. I'll explain why I got so many newbies in a minute. Lisa Z's name remains up here all year long. Lisa is a longtime supporter of my channel and many other members of the card community who passed very early in the new year. So I have, my way to honor Lisa is to simply leave her name on my list all year long. Her box is not checked, so she does not appear on the wheel, but I keep her name on this as a way to honor her. We will shuffle once and spin. You must hit 3 times in a row, 3 times in order to win my trivia prizes. I do that for 2 reasons. One is because not very many people do it, so I can. The second is because I never liked it when you spun once and you were done. You only basically had 1 shot and that was it. But I understand that when you have a lot of people who have joined in, you have to do that. I never have a lot of people, so I never have more than 20 people throwing out guesses. But, you know, this is how I do it, and I choose to. I like doing it this way, so that's how we're doing it. We will spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. So like I was saying, it was a good week YouTube-wise for me, and one of the reasons I had so many more people than normal, if you saw my Monday video, it was my rant on the state of the hobby and talking about how I think, you know, people are making so much more about the state of the hobby that needs to be said. And you know, the state of the hobby, like I said, the hobby will never die. Said a lot of other things too. If you want to go check out the video, check it out. What I was thrilled with in a way is, you know, it certainly was worthy of people's attention because it has become my most viewed video in less than a week. So more people have watched that video of mine than any other video I've ever created. So hooray me, I guess. I'm glad that I struck a chord with so many people, but to date, it's over 2,000 views. It's the first video I've ever done that has reached 2,000 views. I am just a small channel, people. I've got barely 500 subscribers. I've got a couple more because of that video, but still, you know, 500 is about as good as I get. But the, wow, 3 for Barry Berry. I thought this was going to go a little longer. I really did. Pause. Congrats to you, Barry. You're going to get this awesome Paul Skeens card, all right? We will move on to Wednesday. I'll get back to that story in just a little bit. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday's question. This day in baseball history, May the 28th, 1951. This player started his career going 0 for 12 before picking up his first hit on this day, May the 28th, 1951, which was a home run. And he would proceed to go on to have an amazing Hall of Fame career. Name that player. The answer, one Willie Mays. Here he is also in a 1989 Pacific Legends trading card. But few remember, there's two things that are always talked about with Willie Mays a lot of times. The catch is one of the bigger ones. And then there's that crazy trivia question because it was also featured in the movie Little Big League, if you ever saw that movie. But they say Bobby Thompson hit his shot heard around the world home run at the end of the 1951 season. And who was the batter who was on deck? Well, Willie Mays was on deck. He would have batted next after Bobby Thompson had Bobby Thompson reached base. So anyway, little shout out to Willie. What you're playing for, another Paul Skeens USA baseball card for 2023. Different numbered card, different version. It's not a different version as far as a parallel or anything. It's just a different card in the set. They have multiple cards of the same players in these sets if you ever hit your USA baseball. So another Paul Skeens is what you're playing for on that one. Again, the individuals up here on the screen are kind enough to throw out a guess. Did have a guy named Boston Fan return. He's not a normal participant, but thanks for chiming in, sir. I really do appreciate it. Everybody else is pretty much a regular, so we will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. So yeah, over 2,000 views is an enormous amount for me, and I'm thrilled that people found my content at least worthy to check out for that day. I did another rant on Wednesday about Pete Rose getting back into the Hall of Fame. Funny thing is, I thought that would be not as interesting, but certainly interesting. It turns out I only got 123 views on that one last I saw, and then my Friday video was just a typical Friday video for mine, so it barely got 50 people watching it. So again, I am not a huge channel. I'm not an influencer per se. So when I get, oh my gosh, 3 quick ones and done on that one too. Congrats to Jimmy Lacari. Jimmy's been a long-time supporter of my channel, so I'm happy to give you this awesome Paul Skeens card. I know you will enjoy it, sir. And then finally, Friday's question. Friday we asked, on this day in baseball history, May the 30th, 1935, this icon of baseball stepped up. He played the first inning of the first game of a doubleheader and then was out of the game, never to appear in a major league game again. And I said, name him. Everybody pretty much knew it was Mr. Babe Ruth. Here he is on a Topps insert card from 2015, the Babe Ruth story. Just 10 cards that Topps put out with Babe's image on it. Different stages of his career. Let me get that in focus. There you go. That's what this one looks like. This is BR6. I'm trying to get all 10 cards from this set. They're very inexpensive. $1 a piece if you want to spend it. And I did. I figured I'd go get the whole thing. What you're playing for, another awesome card. This is from 2024, Allen Ginter, the Chrome version. Allen Ginter Chrome, Roberto Clemente. Really cool card. If you're a Clemente fan, if not, if you're just a baseball fan. 2024 Topps Allen Ginter Chrome. The individuals up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. I forgot who won the first one. Barry won the first one. Jimmy Lacari won the second one. Barry and Jimmy are out. You can only win once a week on my channel. Glad they didn't hit before. So only got 6 people up there on the wheel now. So good luck to all you guys. And we'll shuffle once again and spin. Here we go. Like I said, 2,000 is a big, number for me. So I'm thrilled that at least my content said something to everybody, and you felt it worthy to, for your to take time to listen to what I had to say, because it was a fairly long video. I will say this, on Friday I got another rant about another topic. I don't do rants too much. I think, like most of us, I think we all say, who am I? Who wants to hear what I have to say? Who cares about my opinion of the hobby? But the truth is, every once in a while, things going on in the hobby demand to be spoken of, and I thought this was one of those. That's 3 right away for Tommy Markwell. Tommy, congrats to you, sir. You'll be getting this awesome Roberto Clemente card. All right. That's all I have for you this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little session. I do this for anybody new who may be watching. I do this every week. I've put out videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, always with a trivia question and a card that will be given away after this wheel spins and picks a name out of all the answers that were submitted. So this is how I run my channel, people. I enjoy it. Everybody else seems to enjoy it too, at least the 50 or so who watch every video I have. So thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate your support as I try my best to support everybody's great card community, right? Come back again this coming week, again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Great videos, trivia, prizes to give away, and a recap on Sunday. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.